Okay, we should be recording. This camera doesn't give me that preview flashing, like 2-minute delay, so I don't know if it's turning on, but on the other side it does say record, so I have to kind of turn around, but I like to have that front forward look. We have an eBay pickup. Figure came in. Should be a wrestling figure, so open them. They are unboxing. I just call them pickup. I don't open them from the box that I'm not sure. I'll give you the first look, and now that we have a better camera, more people will watch it. But this is a new collection that I'm starting into Toy World. I'll give you a first look which figure came in. That's the right way. Wrap it. It's not wrapped very well, so you have to take them very carefully. Triple H came in. Not Triple H with a sledgehammer, but Triple H with the shorts that I like. What are they called? The wrestling shorts or something? Underwear, wrestling underwear. I don't know what they call them. One size slightly more, one size taped a little bit less. There are other figures for Triple H that have the sledgehammer, or they have a different kind of symbol. This one I think is of the DX era, so it was a little bit more familiar to me. The other one, they had like a skull on his trunks. I don't know where it comes from. And then there's other versions you go into. So. Head's a little bit smaller than Hulk Hogan, I think. It's good size comparison. Got some symbols on the shoes, on the trunks, back and front. Doesn't say the name of him, Triple H, but does have his symbol. Is the DX symbol different? I'm not sure where this symbol comes from. I thought it could be the DX. DX sort of had like a Z or something. So I'll have to look it up and see where this symbol comes from. But it was between this one and the skull. And the skull, I don't know if he ever wore a skull. This is Triple H. Time to play the game! That's what I remember from him. So I'm getting into these familiar figures first that remind me most from my childhood. The Undertakers, the Macho Man, the Triple H. Bret Hart will come probably end of the year or next year. These are the figures I remember the most because I want to get at least 1 or 2 divas by end of the year. And I'll probably get Elizabeth in China, the old generation, first. And then we'll get Asuka next year. Maybe another diva will come in. Bianca's a new one. See, he stands on his own. Slightly taller than the drinking cup. This is the WrestleMania Triple H. But sometimes they put Mattel first, and then they put Elite. So I'm not sure which brand this is from. Mattel or Elite. It's a solid figure. It's taller than Hasbro. And don't know if I'll go into the rubber LJN figures. Those are the ones a lot of people collect and talk about, but they're too old and too worn out for me, so I probably won't get into those. But these are the ones I enjoy the most, so I went with Mattel version or Elite. Don't know which one they quite are. So I'll have to look up if this is from the next generation symbol or it's a newer version of where the symbol comes from for Triple H. But the skull like he had on the shorts, I didn't know where it came from, and the other one that had the sledgehammer was far too expensive. So this one was from WrestleMania, so I picked this one out. WrestleMania version of Triple H. Got symbols on his shoes. So I'll have to look up what this symbol comes from. I don't think it's from DX. Maybe after DX. But it's between this one and the skull. And I don't know if he ever wore a skull symbol on his shorts. I don't ever remember that. I do remember a lot about Triple H. When he first met Stephanie. He has a pedigree where he drops people on his head. That's his finisher move. Then he won a lot of matches with Sledgehammer and stuff like that. Who was his biggest rivalry? It was HBK for a while. They were teamed together. Then they became enemies. I remember that. That was early on. Then they had Generation X with China. So those are the things like that I remember about Triple H the most. Before he inherited the wrestling era and became a manager. When he was dating Stephanie at the time. I don't remember if they got married on TV or not back then. I know they were together for a while, but I don't know if they had a wedding or not. Weddings were a big thing back then. Only thing I'll have to look that up, see if they actually got married on TV or not. Triple H and Stephanie. Maybe if you know, you can let me know. But I don't know. I don't know that. There's a lot of things I do like. It's not about knowing the entire history of the wrestling yet. It's something that will jog your memory. Something that I could pick up from the 80s. Take it out of somebody's storage and bring it to my home and display it in my display case. And that's what it's about. It's not about taking, I have to know every single thing that this character did. It's not about that. Maybe for some people it is, but not for me. If I know one or two things about him, or if I know just his finisher move, or how he came into wrestling, then that's all. You don't need to know everything. If I don't even remember his first match, stuff like that. I'll have to look up who his first match was. Things like that you're not going to remember. So, unless you take notes down, you have to learn the history about the person, and it's not about that. But I know he does a pedigree about his finisher. How many times he won the title, I don't know. Or if he held the tag team title, I don't know. Stuff like that. Other things. You don't need to know everything. It's a character I liked from my childhood, a character that I can relate to. So naturally, I want to get Triple H for my collection. And other characters will come later on if I'll get into any tag teams or not. I don't know. I think Christmas I'll probably pick up a diva. Probably Elizabeth will come. I want to get her. And then spring I'll probably get Chyna. As I remember Chyna a lot. And then some of the other divas I mentioned. And then we'll come back into these old characters. Then we'll come springtime next year. We'll probably get Bret Hart. So we're not in a rush with toys, figures. He is slightly taller than a drinking cup. Stands pretty well on his own. One side he has tape more. The other side he has tape less. And there's other versions or variations. I don't know if the LJN has Triple H or not, but it's a newer character, so LJN might not have Triple H. So to me, it's not worth going into LJN because there's a lot of characters that are older than Triple H. So if you're into that kind of era, then you can start with rubber characters. When I was growing up, I had the rubber characters, but I only had a few of them, maybe 5 or 10. I don't have them anymore. I wish I did, but those were the ones I had when I was growing up. These ones I never had, so but they look the cleanest, so I don't want to pick something that's beat up and shoot up like the rubber LJN characters they put up on eBay now. So paint's peeling on their face, and you see all the rubber showing through, and it's not worth it. I want to get something from the 80s, but I don't want to get something that looks like it's been played with the dogs. So if I'll get any LJN down the line, I don't know. Well, no, I'll get at least a few divas, and then we'll go into other characters. But this is Triple H from the WrestleMania moment. Either it's Mattel or it's Hasbro. Sometimes they list both the names together on the title. Mattel slash Elite. Hasbro is slightly smaller, but I don't think Hasbro has Triple H character. They're more hard plastic. These are more hard plastic, but different kind of plastic than Hasbro. The head is slightly smaller than Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan has a little bit slightly larger head, so maybe they changed the size of the head. They started making them. It still looks pretty good in comparison. It resembles Triple H to me. Don't know if Triple H was this muscular or not, but I don't think he was that muscular. But it's pretty close to how Triple H was. He was one of the strongest in wrestling. Thanks for watching. I know he won the title quite a lot, the world title. How many times he won it and held it, I don't know. So but the stuff like a character that stands out to me from my childhood. So I'll gravitate to those first. Thanks for watching. Time to play the game. That's what I remember. His music. I think does the spit with the water. But I don't know if you can play their music with the toys that you pick up. I don't know. Some people do, but I don't know if that's loud or not. So, for the time being, we're not going to do that. Thanks for watching. As long as we have a good camera, that's all that matters. If not, we'll be stuck on the kind of cheapy webcam. And we go from there. Just got this camera working not too long ago, so I guess see my toy collection now with a better camera. He is standing on his own fairly well, but it doesn't come with a disc. It does resemble Triple H pretty well, though the sledgehammer was slightly more expensive, so you're not gonna buy a vintage toy for $10, $20. I don't care what people say. Because they're shipping to them, so you're paying double the amount. Maybe some toys you might be able to get them for $10, $20, but if you're trying to get a vintage wrestling, you're not going to. You're going to be running between $50 and $100 for them. Maybe from a private seller, you can get a little bit cheaper. I don't have anyone that I can relate to that's a private seller that I know that has wrestling. Flea market guy may, but I don't know. So I'm going to probably go to him soon. By the year end, I think, by Christmas, I'll go to the flea market guy. It's the only toy store we have in our country, in Canada. So you do really have to import these from the United States. Thanks for watching.